2001: A Space Odyssey is a 1968 science fiction film produced and directed by Stanley Kubrick. The film is highly recognized for its pioneering special effects and imagery. Odyssey is also regarded as an apocalyptic film about humanity's origins as well as our future. The heavy themes of extraterrestrial influences on humanity from the beginning are not only controversial, but also open to many different interpretations. The film is considered highly influential, not only socially, but also with its technical special effects that were ahead of their time. As anyone could imagine, editing this film that comes in at almost 2.5 hours long and jam-packed with highly difficult effects must have been a challenge. Multiple editing techniques as well as different approaches must have been used to make this masterpiece. And during the time frame this film was released, most of those techniques were done the old-fashioned way without computers. While the discussion about this film's editing could go on for pages, let us discuss 3 specific techniques and scenes that stand out to me as the viewer as I watched Odyssey. First, let us talk about how Kubrick uses shots from different perspectives to orient the viewer to the character's environment. In the scene where we watch David and Frank performing ordinary daily activities aboard the Discovery 1, Kubrick edits the film to show multiple different perspectives. This is done to achieve the effect of the viewer realizing that the characters are in space, an environment with no gravity. Editing the film to show multiple perspectives during David's jog and Frank's food preparation set the stage visually for the viewer to understand the zero-gravity environment without having to be told. We are able to easily conclude that the characters are in space based off of the shots taken from underneath and upside down, naturally drawing your eye to where Kubrick wants you to look and creating the imagery and weightless characters aboard a space shuttle with no gravity. Another technique employed by Kubrick is the reverse shot. This really comes into play during the conversation between David and Frank inside the pod. They are hiding out from Hal in the pod because they believe that it is a safe zone from Hal's ever-constant surveillance. The discussion ensues regarding their concern for Hal's behavior and a plan on how to deal with it. Kubrick uses multiple reverse shots on the characters' mouths in fast pace to show the viewer their conversation is being lip-read by Hal. This tactic allows Kubrick to persuade the viewer that Hal is actively listening to the conversation seamlessly. The viewer can not only follow along with Hal's interpretation, but can also understand the context of this exchange without any words or additional clues. This translates the point simply and smoothly and is very well done. Lastly, the time lapses and continuity editing done in the final scenes take the viewer through David's process once he has landed in the unknown. While it isn't clear exactly where David is or what is happening, the viewer is able to follow along with David's rapid aging progression through shots of time lapses. One moment, David is young and in his pod, and the next, he is an old dying man. We are able to see this progress through Kubrick's editing and his use of time, and the viewer is able to gain a sense of understanding of what David is going through. This film was way ahead of its time and is visually appealing. While each viewer will have a different opinion on the details and meanings of much of the movie, we are each able to follow the complex storyline due to Kubrick's amazing editing talents.